Zach, could you first just give us a quick scouting report on Zack Hess and what kind of player he is?
I'd say I don't think there's anyone at any level that's more competitive than me. It was very hard for me coming up. Going into my junior year, I was labeled as a Division III baseball player, and that's something that I refused to believe. I ended up taking an extra year of high school to get more physically developed, and puberty hit very well for me. And with hard work and just keeping at it, it's really started to work out, and it's nice seeing your hard work taken to play. But I would say my competitiveness, I'm a power guy. I go right after you. I don't really play games with anybody. I'm going to establish my fastball early, and I'm there to strike you out. So I'd say my competitiveness and a power pitcher is what I'm about.
Seems like your breaking ball has kind of gone through a couple different stages now. Mm-hmm. The other day having more top to bottom action to it. Mm-hmm. Kind of what's the progression of your breaking ball been like?
Well, it's kind of, I have a two-plane slider. I intentionally throw it two different ways. When I want a more tight spin on it, I'll try to rear back and put a more velocity on it. But when I want a bigger break, especially against righties, just to give them a different look, I'll just take some speed off of it. But I was originally a curveball guy. I played with the Evo Shield Canes in 2014. Tyler Beatty's father, Walter Beatty, was my pitching coach, and I'm a low 3/4 arm slot guy. And he told me that with my arm slot, the way that I grip my slider would work well for me. It's kind of like a cutter and a slider in the same pitch. And he taught me that, and ever since it's just been a part of my repertoire. So.
So you mentioned being thought of as more of a Division III kind of prospect.
Mm-hmm.
Could you kind of walk us through, the commitment to LSU, kind of what stood out about that program, and kind of what went into your decision to commit there?
Well, I was looking at a few schools going into my senior year, and when I went down to LSU, it was just everything just really fell into place for me. I love the campus. I love the baseball atmosphere that's down there. They're very serious about it. I think the coaching staff is top-notch. They're very humble guys. They're not a cookie-cutter program. And Alan Dunn is really what sold me most of all, just with how he's gotten guys progress, like Kevin Guzman or Kevin Gosman, Aaron Nola, Alex Lang. I mean, what he's done with those guys over the course of 2 or 3 years is pretty incredible, and it's just something I really wanted to be a part of, especially with the history of a winning program that they've had.
When you have a high-profile commitment, you start to see all the scouts come out. Mm-hmm. Do you feel pressured this spring to step up and perform for scouts?
I'm just trying to do what I've been doing the past few years, and that's just help my team win in any way, shape, or form I can. Whether it's on the mound or whether it's in the batter's box, as long as I help this team wins, I firmly believe that personal accolades and personal goals, they're going to follow. So.
And then the team, you guys have come here and you've shown pretty well. How do you feel about the group that you guys have this year?
Well, it's a new group every year. Last year we were kind of thought as a very young team, and we weren't supposed to do much, and we ended up winning the state championship in our division. And this year was kind of the same thing. Had a few new guys, but we brought back some senior talent. And first game didn't fall our way. It was a tough one to lose, a very tough one to swallow, but with that win against North Brevard, it's a great win for us moving forward, and I think we're going to have a special group this year.
Excellent. Thanks, Zach.